Hello and welcome back to Talk Chelsea. This is a video on Frank Lampard and a tactical analysis of how his Derby side played last season. If you like it, please like the video, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And yeah, this video has been much awaited on my channel because I've had 3 or 4 people on Instagram message me like, when is this video coming out? I'm really interested to see how Frank plays, so hopefully the effort I put into this video is enjoyed and you guys can smash the thumbs up button and show that you enjoy it. So with the first pause here, we see Mason Mount picking the ball up in a half space, and from watching Derby's games, one thing I've noticed is that under Sarri, the fullbacks would push on more and they'd pick the balls up in similar positions and it would kind of break down because they don't have the creativity. Whereas with Frank, he likes the fullbacks to stay back so that the attacking players have more freedom going forward. So players like Mason Mount can pick the ball up in the final third, and really those are the players which you want in the final third to try and create chances. So yeah, watch out for next season. Mason, Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, all of these players should be crucial when it comes to creating our chances and scoring goals for next season. Next bit of analysis. Another thing I noticed with Frank, which kind of is similar to the way he played, is that his attacking midfielders are kind of encouraged to get beyond the striker and get into the box, and I believe that this is because they have the defensive reassurance of a holding midfielder that next year Kante will provide, so the attacking players can really go forward and go for goal. We saw that a lot at the start of the season under Mauricio Sarri, but then in a BT Sports interview, Cesc actually did reveal that at the start of the season Sarri was encouraging forward runs, but as we were conceding quite a few goals, he decided to get rid of them and kind of encourage midfielders to make them not so often. And yeah, I don't know about that and like why he did that, but I guess it's because he didn't have that defensive reinsurance if Kante went forward with Jorginho back there. Whereas next season with Kante a bit further back, our attacking midfielders can feel like they can get into the box, they can make those runs, and this is something to really look forward to. Once again, we can see Mason Mount in space here in the box, along with the striker and the winger coming in from the back. And yeah, like I said before, with him having freedom to get forward, you can clearly see that if you watch Derby's games last season, Mount was constantly in the final third. In this game, he actually managed to score a hat-trick. But yeah, I think once again, it's because of the defensive reassurance. And if you look at it, really, it's a very similar goal to Frank. Like when he would play, he'd arrive late into the box and score goals like this, and he was renowned for them. And I think Mason Mount really was moulded into that, and he did always have that in his game, Mount. But at the same time, I just think, imagine if Frank could work with a player like Ruben and even someone like Barkley. Could he turn them into really elite attacking midfielders? Because we know they've got the talent, but good coaching could really make them elite players. And that's why I think the midfielders are going to be the most important players for us next season. And I could even see him moving Callum Hudson-Odoi back a bit into midfield, similar situation as he did with Wilson. So that could be another thing to look out for. So yeah, I'd say next season look out for how the players kind of mould themselves like Frank, and what a positive thing this could be for our midfielders. And talking of players having defensive reassurance, this clip coming up here, look, you can really see the beautiful football that Frank's team have been playing, because the creative players are all compact together and they have the ability to create and not worry about what's going on behind them, because they have defensive reassurance from midfielders and defenders. Another thing I noticed here is that Frank also likes to often go short with his corners, and we see Mason Mount benefit from here, which is an interesting debate in football, how important are corners now. You see a lot of top teams like City, Liverpool take short corners. So yeah, that's another thing, look out for that. He loves the short corner, which I'm not always all for, but if they work, then I guess I can be convinced. I mean, this tactical analysis, not really, but I kept this in just because it shows the intensity that his players work with. And I mean, it was a playoff semi-final, but at the same time, Frank really gives them that will to keep on running and not stop. So he's always raising the spirit of where he's at, and I'm sure that'll be the same as Chelsea, as I mean, of course, he's respected as a club legend. This goal here was Mount's goal in the playoff semi-finals, and I mean, you can see here that the channels are being utilised a lot by the midfielders, and like I said, you have the striker, the two wingers, and the two centre midfielders are often going forward and they're making underlapping runs, as opposed to wingers coming inside and then fullbacks going on the outside. You have centre midfielders making underlapping runs and the wingers going out wide. So I think that's something to look out for. And I guess that shows that Hudson-Odoi might have a place on the right hand side for Lampard, although I do really hope he gets his chance on the left. But it does make a sign to me that Pulisic is going to be great out on that right hand side, because he's really good at using both his feet. So when the opportunity's there, go inside. But also, he'll be very good at taking his man on one-on-one. So I'm excited about that. And honestly, I believe this, like I said, midfield is crucial for us next season. But yeah, Lamps loves to utilise these runs into the channel, and as you will see, it leads to quite a nice goal by Mason Mount. And now moving on to the Chelsea game. This is the first game I really watched Derby play and really started to take Frank as a coach serious. And once again, you see here the space played down in through the channel on the edge of the box, and he finishes it quite nicely. And I'd say Frank's players have been really clinical from what I've seen. So, you know, with better players, with these clear-cut chances, we should be scoring a lot of goals. One thing he does need to work on is defensively, but as I said in my lineup video, Kante will help that, and decent centre-backs and full-backs will help that. So I think that will improve over time. But yeah, as I said, once again, it's run into the channel. Beautiful finish. And I can just see Ruben scoring loads and loads, and Callum scoring loads and loads of similar goals like this next season, which is why I think the future's looking bright. Ultimately, I'm really actually glad I watched this game, boss, because it's great for tactical analysis. Both of Derby's goals were amazing, and really I have to say I think they were unlucky in their result in this game. But yeah, as I said, look, it's a beautiful goal, very well worked. And with this analysis, I really want to talk about the similarities to Pep's Man City. If I pause it just here, you can see how the options there for him to square it, which he eventually does, but also the pullbacks are there. And how many times have we seen Leroy Sané put this ball right in between the back four and the goalkeeper, just in front of the 6-yard box, and Sterling tap it in at the back post? I mean, it's a goal that happens and it looks so simple, yet top managers and top players score it so often. And if that pass was marked, the pullback's there. So like I said, the ability for players to get into the box is great, but also just the simplicity of football. Sometimes it doesn't have to be too elaborate. If you can just square a pass here and it's a tap in, that's fine. And a player who is amazing at these kind of balls is Callum Hudson-Odoi. If you recall last season, he just whips in beautiful passes. So, I mean, he really makes the striker and winger's job easily. So I could see Pulisic scoring a lot of goals like this season. Hudson-Odoi whipping it across, a little tapping in the back post, or even Tammy maybe in the box. But yeah, as I said, the simplicity of the football is what's probably best. It's so intricate in the way that they're tactically lined up, but in the passing and shooting, it's very simple. So take that simplicity and add a bit of technical flair. It really is looking positive. And I'm not just saying this because it's Frank, but I really think it will be better than people believe. And I think if Eden stayed, we could have been pushing for that third place guaranteed next season, and possibly second and first in a couple of seasons. But next season, I think we have a really good chance of getting top four, and I think we were optimistic, but you never know. All I want to say is if we do start negatively, everyone just back in, be patient, because as you can see through this analysis, it's not Frank. His tactics do work. The players just really have to carry it out on the pitch, and hopefully they do that.
Scored, and it's 2-2. Waghorn is onside and sticks it away. Great ball, just caught completely square, that Chelsea back foot.
This is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys liked this video and it gave you an in-depth idea of how Frank likes to play. I've got more of these videos lined up if you're interested, looking at more of Derby's matches this season. I've got another 3 or 4 games which I've watched and analysed, but yeah, these are just some clips to give you a kind of insight on the kind of videos that I'll be bringing on this channel. So like I said, hopefully you enjoyed. This video took me a bit longer than usual to make because I watched all of the games and I hand-picked the clips. So yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video, as I have every day for the past 5 days. I just want to say thank you for the support on my channel. It's been absolutely amazing so far, and I'd appreciate if you guys can keep it up. So yeah, like I said, talk Chelsea. Thank you, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.